Welcome to the Redefine Podcast. All right, happy Thursday and happy podcast day to you. Welcome to the show if you're brand new. And of course, if you're an existing listener, welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. All right, today we're going to reference yet another post from the same network marketing Facebook group that we discussed on this past Tuesday's episode. And by the end of today's discussion, you'll see how the two posts, or at least the topics, the two discussions, today and this past Tuesdays, will really tie into each other, at least in my mind. So I'll just read you the post and kick things off. It says this. As a mentor in network marketing, I can usually tell if someone is going to be successful in the first week, and it has nothing to do with what they know or don't know. Discuss. Right? Again, as a mentor in network marketing, I can usually tell if someone's going to be successful in the first week, and it has nothing to do with what they know or don't know. Discuss. Okay, so just like Tuesday's episode and the post we talked about, incredibly problematic. And the first and foremost, this post, this individual that posted this, it really, at the root of it, has nothing to do with strategy, skill sets, principles, philosophies of doing business. At the root of it, the foundation of this post, and I'm sure this is unconscious, but the foundation of this post is that this individual wants everybody in the group to know how good they are at what they think they're good at. right. As a mentor in network marketing, I can usually tell if somebody's going to be successful within the first week. That's how good I am. All right. Yeah. Thanks for letting us know, basically, is my response to that. So that's at the root of it. There's an unconscious, huge ego thing going on. And it is a pretty arrogant post when you drill it down. To be able to judge somebody within the first week of knowing them or working with them, that's kind of arrogant, right? And so to take it to the next point, the fact that this individual frames themselves as a mentor, right? As a mentor in network marketing, in the network marketing profession. I am a mentor in this profession. I can tell if somebody's going to be successful within the first week of meeting them or knowing them. Yeah. So I understand the ability or strategy or of thinking about business and business sense and production and output and whether or not this person is a person. I'm not even going to say that, but having certain criteria, that perhaps you use to maximize your bottom line, to maximize the growth of your organization and your business. I get that. I get all the business talk and business jargon. And if you have criteria, great. That's completely up to you how you want to run your business. However, this individual calls himself a mentor at the very opening of this post, and goes on to say that I can tell whether or not somebody's going to be successful within the first week of knowing them. Well, that's really has nothing to do with being a mentor and being perhaps more to do with just being a business person that's concerned about the bottom line. As a mentor, whether or not you think the person can be successful within the first week of knowing them, our job is to actually help them be successful, right? It's to help them grow. It's to help them improve themselves. It's to help them, expand their skill set so that they can be successful. It's not, judging them for where they are now and then determining definitively that they're going to succeed or not succeed. Right? Our jobs as mentors, and that's the meaning of the word. Our jobs as mentors is to help people, right? Is to help people grow. And if you're making a definitive judgment about somebody within the first week as to whether or not they're going to grow, then you're not doing your damn job, right? You're not doing your damn job as a mentor. So it's completely ludicrous to me, this entire post. And I commented on it and gave my perspective in a very civil and intelligent way, and this individual really did not understand where I was coming from. Again, I understand the whole business thing and having criteria and with people, criteria of people in terms of who you want to work with, who you want to partner up with, but that really only focuses on, again, the bottom line and production and the grind. The difference as I've talked about in the past, between the yin and the yang energies and the yin and the yang philosophies of doing business. Yin, of course, is exerting force, exerting your will so that you can you're really trying to grind and manufacture a particular outcome, and you're focused on the outcome. You're focused on the production. Not Focused on the outcome is the wrong phrase. You're focused on production, basically, right? You're focused on grinding and hustling. And same thing with the Tuesday's discussion, where the yang energy, that male energy, is as flowery as the language was, to say that, open their minds to a better way. It's still convincing, right? It's still focused on getting the sign up, getting the sale, getting the enrollment, as opposed to focusing on, the individual, right? The individual that you're there to help with your product or service, or with your mentorship, right? And that to me is a better way of doing business, because all doors are open, and leaning into the yang, right? Leaning into the softer, the allowing energy, the accepting energy, the more compassionate and understanding energy, I think in the long term makes more sense from a business standpoint. At least from my experience, it's how I've done business, it's how I've built my business. I think it's one of the things that has created more longevity in my business. Sure, I can sell all day long, guys. Look, I can close people. I've been in this profession 19 years now, at this point, and I have the skill sets. I've gone through training and after training after training over the better part of these 2 decades. So I can sell, I can close people, but I choose not to close them. I choose to just be compassionate and accept their decision where they are, because it leaves that door open. And what has ended up happening for me is that, in the short term, it may not produce as quickly from a business standpoint, but in the long term, it kicks ass. I'm telling you, it kicks ass. Not only does it account for longevity in your business, but the relationships, because you've kept them open, it just starts to really compound on itself when people have a certain life experience, when they finally feel like they need and want the product or services that I provide, the mentorship that I provide. And the one thing that I can control is how, my business activity, talking to enough people, connecting and developing enough relationships, and how I do business, how I develop the types of relationships that I build, using the yang energy, and not focus so much on the enrollment and closing, and hard selling people, right. So yeah. I think it's really important. At least for me, again, it's how I've operated my business, and it's done very well for me, thus far. You can create sales, you can generate income in so many different ways, but I feel like if you lean so hard on the yang energy, again, that exerting force, and that strong, trying to really manufacture and create productivity. It for me. I've seen people burn out, number one, and in that type of energy, and I see them losing focus and interest, or having to recycle and redo and rebuild every 2 to 3 years, because there's no connection there, right? There's no relationship there. It's all just production, and if you build a team based on that, they can find there's always greener pastures when it comes to income, and when it comes to production, and when it comes to business and bottom line. What what can make your business really sticky, and really grow steadily, and last longer, is having that connectedness, right? And having that community. And again, that really leans more on the yang energy. So yeah, stop. I would, if this is resonating with you, really lean into it, right? And try not to get caught up in the hustle and the grind culture, in the output and production culture, in the culture of, and philosophies of, you got to always look out for your bottom line, and what's best for producing, for production, right? And lean into relationships, especially network marketers. Lean into connectedness, lean into relationship, really lean into understanding and compassion, and that I think will really help you, will really help you get better results, better and more steady results in the long term. Right. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And if you want to join the group on Facebook, you can. I don't interact there much. I check it every once in a while, just to kind of see what people are talking about. And after these two posts that we've talked about in the last two episodes, honestly, not much has changed, right? At least within this group. Even before Facebook, these were already prevailing mindsets and philosophies within network marketing, 20 plus years ago. Again, I'm a dinosaur, but yeah, there is at least a portion of the industry that hasn't changed much, and that's why I do what I do. And again, if this resonates with you, connect with me. That's what I was getting to. Join that group if you want. Network marketing business opportunities on Facebook. Come find me. Connect with me on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, for sure follow. I'm going to be doing more network marketing episodes, not necessarily for the Redefined podcast, which this is an episode for, but I do have an entire segment / playlist on my YouTube called Network Marketing in the Digital Age, and I'm going to be doing more episodes for that, especially explaining some of the comp plan enhancements that my company has made, to allow for commissions on customers, and you can really, again, create a residual income without ever having to recruit a single person into your downline. So that's to come. Yeah, I mean, as always, if you have any questions, leave me a comment. If you're listening to this on the podcast, go ahead and leave me a rating and review. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, if you're not following the show, subscribe on YouTube, follow it on whatever app you happen to be listening on. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on Tuesday with a fresh new one. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.